What is up, everybody? It is Brian with First Shot Tactical, back with another video for you here today. And today we are doing a quick unboxing and overview of the CV Life solar red dot sight that includes a mount. So with that, let's go ahead and get this unboxed and see what all it comes with. All right, perfect. So we got everything out of the package here. So what all comes with it? We do have a cleaning cloth as well as then a tool to go ahead and tighten this down onto your Picatinny rail. We have an adjuster here, and my guess is this is going to be used for adjusting the windage and elevation, which we'll get to here in a little bit. We also have two batteries that come with it, and it does take CR2032 batteries, which is pretty common, which is nice. And then of course we have our instructions here, but I'm going to be going over everything with you here in this video, but it does include that as well. Lastly, and the most important thing is our actual optic, and right out of the package, I'm actually pretty amazed. I have a couple Holosuns as well as some SIG, like a Romeo 5 that looks very similar to this, but this looks pretty awesome, to be honest. So right out of the box, pretty amazed with the quality here, and this does have a solar panel on top, so I'm interested to see how that works. We do have little covers that come on it as well, so you can take that off, and then you can see here is our optic window with the red reflective on the front, and then here is what we're going to be viewing through. Next up, let's go ahead and get some batteries in this, see how this turns on, and go through the functions of it. All right, with the battery in there, to turn it on, all you have to do is push the plus or minus one time here. So we'll give it a click, and there we go. You can see it came on here. Let me just kind of refocus it. There we go. So there's our dot there. This is a 2 MOA dot, which I think is pretty nice here. And on camera, it looks a little bit bigger, but when you're looking at it with your eye, it is a little bit smaller and looks like a 2 MOA dot. So just a heads up there. It does have 10 levels of brightness with it. 8 of them, or the top 8 are daytime settings, and then the bottom 2 are actually night vision. So this will work with night vision. And then this does have several modes. I talked about this little solar panel on top here. What this actually does is this is the auto adjust for brightness. So on auto mode, basically when the room is dark on auto mode, it will dim the red dot down to a lower setting. And then if there's a lot of sun or UV hitting this top piece, it'll automatically brighten it. All right, for zeroing this here, we do have adjusters on the left and right. And I was kind of mistaken at first. I thought that we'd need that tool here to adjust this, but these are actually turrets here. I thought these were removable caps with something underneath, but you can see our dial here. And if I click it, that's how we can zero it left or right. Same thing for up top. So it is nice that it does have these turrets, which I do like, easy to click and adjust. Only downside I see of this is since they are exposed, and I do not believe these are locking turrets. Yeah, I don't see them locking. If you do bump this a little, it could, kind of go off zero without you knowing, but luckily you do have these numbers here. So if there is an issue or you bump it, you can check, make sure your numbers are on the right setting. So that way you have it at zero still. Another nice thing that this has is Shake Awake. Honestly, this is one of my favorite things that Holosuns have, EOTechs do not, and now CV Life has this on theirs. So basically, if I leave this idle for 4 minutes right here, it will automatically turn off to save battery. Then when I go ahead and give it a nudge here, it will automatically turn back on and you're good to go then. Shake Awake is something that I think should be on all optics to help save battery. Again, Holosun has it and now CV Life has it. EOTechs do not. So definitely a plus there for having that on the CV Life red dot. To mount this, it's very easy to do. So easy that I'm just going to kind of verbally talk you through it. All you have to do is loosen this mount here, or the screw on the mount. This will go on any 1913 pick rail. So you'll hook it on just like that. And then all you have to do is tighten this. I normally would do a hand tight. And then once you have it hand tight, you can use the wrench tool that's provided here. And you can use that just to snug it up just a little bit more onto your rail to make sure that it stays stable. Again, super easy to get this mounted. You should have no issues with it. Speaking of, the other nice thing this does come on, as you can see, is the mount that I just talked about. This is a lower 1/3 co-witness, which is nice, and you can see this gap here. So if you have iron sights on something like a Scorpion, AR9, or MP5, you will be able to see those iron sights through this gap right here. But then at the same time, you can go ahead and move up a little bit and you'll see your red dot. So these are my kind of favorite mounts, these lower 1/3. So it does have that co-witness if you're looking to have that on your setup. Last thing to note here on this overview is, again, since this does have the mount attached to it here, the other option you can do if you don't like this mount is you can see the screws accessible right there and there. You can actually remove this, add this to a different mount if you'd like. So if you want to put this on a riser that's higher or a different lower 1/3 co-witness, this does have the option to do that. So just a heads up there. Overall, a pretty solid optic right out of the box here. Going over this overview and unboxing. CV Life, they have a bunch of products and they're coming out with a bunch of other new products. And they're definitely innovating and trying to get into the optic space. And I think they're doing a great job of doing that right now. So if you're looking to pick up a CV Life product, give it a try, whether it's this one or one of their LPVOs that I've had on the channel. Give them a try and you won't be disappointed. That does it for this video here today. Hopefully this this was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate that. Like I said, I have a bunch of other CV Life product videos on the channel now, as well as a bunch of other products in general. So go check those out if you haven't. Until next time, have fun shooting, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.